Vegan spot?
Vegan spot.
Yo, bro.
The shit I just ate,
Shit I just ate, you would
it.
think
You
it
know what
got
I'm
meat
saying?
on it. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like,
bruh.
bruh.
It's crazy,
It's
bro.
crazy, bro.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Hey, Biggs, what's a good pizza place down there?
You said what?
What's a good pizza place down there? You travel soon.
What, you coming to Jersey?
Yeah,
When?
about 2 months from now.
Oh, for real? What the fuck you doing up here, cuz?
Business.
Business. Ah.
I close your deal.
You closing the deal? Sound like some motherfucking some mobster shit. You closing the deal, huh?
You on some fast shit.
I heard you.
It's a hat I gotta get down there.
I'm
Trying to get this hat.
A hat? Oh, what you trying? Oh, you talking like clothing line type shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit.
Okay.
But it's like it's a cowboy hat, but it's just the design of it.
Okay. That sounds poppin'.
Yeah, what's a good pizza place down there?
Shit. There's like two good pizza places in my town, like the town over. Like the niggas use like a whatever stove and shit. So, they're official.
That shit legit.
Nah, yeah, it's official, bro.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
Because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're cutting off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Holy hell.
They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Going deep here for Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Can't do what?
This is how I'm coming, you feel me? Like my boy put me on the whole vegan wave, you feel me? Like when I was out in the city all day yesterday.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
That's because it's hormones and meat, so that's why niggas see.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go! Green!
On play action, they'll throw. Incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Green 39! Green 39!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Uncle, over here. Gun. Zoom. Yeah, Liz. Green right there,
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Gun!
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man open. That's Devontae.
All right, listen here. What up, though?
His first catch.
Yes.
9 in the 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Right at the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell us running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys.
Jeff Bezos?
Nice explosive.
Jeff Bezos.
Down right around the 47 this time.
Bezos? What the hell is that?
It's a 7-yard gain there.
Bezos,
It's good
something like
enough
that.
to move the
Billionaire.
chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Then they got 35. His wife got $35 billion in divorce.
$35 billion divorce.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
No, his wife got $35 billion in the divorce.
Damn, talk about being
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he drops this off to Townsend.
She's the 3rd richest woman in the world now.
Brought down at the 48-yard line.
talk about
So
being
he's
set
got
for
4
life.
on
Being
the
set for
play,
life.
and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Yeah.
Well, it's tough to be a
Talking about
defender
she ain't got
because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
I'll be happy with motherfucking shit.
Look to throw. It's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense,
They
you just
kill
can't
the
shake
Halos on.
anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they
I
take
don't
away every
think I'm
passing
gonna
alley,
do it.
every angle, and shut the play down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
They've been running from back.
They'll set up a throw, and it's caught by Parker. Devontae Parker, touchdown, Washington. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's
you ever had
second
Gator?
and 11.
I heard Gator's pretty good.
Wide left.
Nah.
319. 319.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Hey, send it to him, killer. Send the invite to haters. Like the game invite. Dude, what the fuck is this?
Got him.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Oh, never mind.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
What you mean?
Hey, check 26.
You never mind. He said he's not around.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Ah!
It's caught.
Shit.
Jones.
I fucked that up, big.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
I knew he was doing that.
A great play there.
Damn,
78 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
That was all my fault, too, dude. That was all your fault.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, come on!
And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. This one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to fire one deep over. He's going to go complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 39 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, put it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
Oh.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I'm about to keep moving on this nigga, bro.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Yeah, we're live.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Von Miller in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. After the penalty, it's Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebackers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Green 39, green 39. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he's flushed out left. It's caught inside the 25.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Oh,
big
my
play
God.
there. 2 catches,
This nigga
2
getting some trash
here so far. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
God, that just pissed me off. Bruh, that shit just really pissed me off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Redskins now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking,
oh my God, come on, dog.
That helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You come out cover 3, that shit gonna be open. Cover 2, that shit gonna be open again, motherfucker.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll set up to throw. And this one's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, my God.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Detroit!
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Alright, he's out of here. He's out of here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the
coming in the
sideline, but he
game.
let him just a
This
little
nigga-
bit too much, trying to
this
get it out
rookie
to his
nigga is
receiver.
out
Ends up
of
falling to the
here.
ground incomplete.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory
he's out
last
of
week
here,
as he
bro.
sends this one away. So
That nigga
possession
is
goes
out of
over
here,
here
man.
on the punt. And the Packers will get the football at their own 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
319! Zoom. Got. Hey, check 26.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
319 Sonana. Zoom.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Rodgers going to throw.
Let's go.
Can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that's still definitely
Yeah, fumble
hurts.
next time,
First
y'all.
down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is
Oh,
caught
y'all
inside
serious?
the
You
5.
really let that nigga catch
And
that
the stop
shit?
will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Oh, my God.
Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And Crosby puts it through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself...
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This throw caught around the 6. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On play action, they'll throw.
Oh.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Out the game, bruh. Holy.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
They should have let my...
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Come on.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, my God.
And it's intercepted.
Come on, Devontae.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Jump for that one. That was my fault.
Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. It makes it
Go
taken down.
Let's go, D-Pain.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
Yeah.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. And even 40 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Let's go, come on.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Lucky
so
boy.
The long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
Oh!
And Adams has it complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Rodgers now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right.
Yeah.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back back at his own 6-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Come on, dude.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish up the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Flush to his right.
Yeah.
That is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Here's Rodgers on 3rd down.
Let's go!
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Zach Brown in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's fielded at the 45.
And he just had to push this nigga. He just had to push. I watched that nigga push that nigga.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards.
Watch
this
that
was
nigga
much
push
more
this
than
nigga.
that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Let's go!
This one complete to Jordan. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll set up the throw. They'll check it down to Geis. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun. Into the end zone. Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Lux with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I'm on this
nigga, man. Evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. A nice gain at 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space.
Let's go, man!
The pressure, Redskins get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And working across midfield inside the 45. Calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills.
Aggravating. I hate
if the ball ever hit the ground.
And the nigga is trash. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to do exactly what I was doing before for this big class.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
I've been playing in the ring.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well.
I left that middle open for him.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Everyone is in right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Hey, check 26.
Somebody's dragging. Hey, that nigga coming out the backfield again. Either he's coming out the backfield again, or that nigga dragging.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers.
Let's go, bitch! Let's go, nigga!
Sacked right around the 17.
Man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Another interception. Picked up by Fabian.
Let's go!
Here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all
I know what he want to do.
He's still all smile.
That's what I said, man. Come on, baby.
Yeah, we didn't jinx it at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball, to understand how the receiver is running his route, allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Let me score one more time, bro.
Quarterback now.
Let me score one more game,
Perfect
bro.
8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Damn, bro, nigga, let me die.
40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall.
No stupid
so I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive.
Hit him with the
pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down, this is Geis. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You know what?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Call a timeout.
And Lutz's kick is good.
I want to go for that.
Double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the
my
smiles
quarterback
on
is
that
not good
side
at
of the
throwing
field,
high balls, bro.
it's a little tight,
Thrown one all
if
game.
they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers.
Yeah, I know.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
He about to give me another one. He gonna give me another one. Watch. Watch this. We're gonna give me another one. Yep, that's right.
Now whistles
right.
here,
Back
flag
your ass
down.
up.
I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Zoom. Yeah, Liz. Zoom.
We're gonna give me one, baby.
Yeah, Liz. Get up.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure.
Right.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Rodgers now to throw on 2nd down. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Yo.
They'll try and run for
Let's go, bitch! Let's go!
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Go!
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go! Back them up!
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Come on. Ain't none of that working.
Hey, 626.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And Allen's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking it. It's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
Oh, man. Take our time, bruh.
So here comes the kickoff
Let's
now.
go,
All
man.
even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
Oh, my fucking God.
This is going to be intercepted.
This quarterback is trash.
Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Oh,
so how about that for a
God,
moment?
this quarterback is so
We're in the
trash.
4th quarter, and it's a tie game.
What's up, gentlemen?
You've got to take care of the football.
Warlock, you open?
Now
this quarterback is
opportunity to
trash.
take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Break 1 tackle with the
Anybody open?
down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Word, bro. They
was one to
fucked
take
me
time
on
off the
that.
clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W.
Fucking
And the
quarterback.
mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick,
Real route.
tick,
Real
tick.
route. Real route. Real route.
They'll go again to Jones.
Oh, nigga.
And not much running room. Down to the
Let's
32. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
I blaze
The
one
Redskins
timeout.
now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Go, man.
As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And Crosby puts it through, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
So good on that,
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and that's going inside the 35.
Let's go.
A huge play there for
Let's
Washington.
go, man.
43 yards.
Take this nigga, man.
Haven't heard
Fuck
much
that.
from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great
Let's
time.
go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go, man.
Taking the lead here in the final.
Let's go.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because
What
that's
is he talking about, man?
try and rush back into this stadium.
What looks like is going to be the game deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your
Fuck this
chickens
nigga
before
talking
they're
about,
Well,
dog.
they better come back in here and
Fuck
watch
this
this
nigga,
one, because
dog.
you and I, we're not going
Fuck
anywhere.
this
We
nigga
want to see
ass,
this one
dog.
play out.
The kickoff
Word,
unit
bro.
is
This
out
should
on
not
the
have made
field,
me
and they
fight
will
for this
send
motherfucking
this
game,
one
bro.
away.
Fuck that nigga, bro. Word.
Trevor Davis now to return.
Yeah. I ain't going nowhere. Stop all that dodger.
And he'll take
Nigga.
this across the 25.
Nigga.
Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range, or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot.
Oh, my
See if they can
fucking
do
God.
it. Easier said than done. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
We're going to ice
And
his
now
ass,
with
though.
6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
All right. Go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to
didn't
stop
want to
the
get ice.
clock.
He didn't want to get
wasn't
ice.
even moving.
But I think they passed that shit. I hope it still ices the guy. I think it does.
So now the
Yep.
field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to
still get
potentially
ice,
send us to
nigga.
overtime. And now the timeout call.
You
So
still
5
get
seconds
ice.
left. And a field goal would send us to overtime.
You
So now the
still
field
get
goal
ice,
unit trots out there for the
nigga.
3rd time tonight. This to potentially send us to overtime.
Hit that motherfucker. Hit that motherfucker. He's scared. Come on. Let's go. Come on, man. You either gonna go in or you're gonna blow it. Let's go, man. And that's the ball
And the
game.
score will stay
You
right
bitch ass
where it
nigga.
is.
You can't
They
beat
got
me.
themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out,
He can't
it was
beat
not meant to
me.
be, Charles.
He wants
And
to
you
be
feel
this
bad for a
close
kicker in
anyway.
this spot. He's going to have to
Let's see.
shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively
Let's
to get the
go,
job
man.
done.
Let's go.
And then he's going to lose
Let's
yardage and
go.
be backed up to the
I
25.
said undefeated. Get out my house.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout.
Bitch ass nigga.